these are the file properties and the emails and stuff that are linked to those hacked calls to the co-op. What I'm going to do is just make this camera box a little bit smaller, maybe in the corner there. Just going to show you these emails quickly. What I might do is try and put this on top. Alright, cool. Let's try and make myself a bit less big-headed than I am. Anyway, so I've got the co-op app, right, and I've had it for ages. I've got a co-op card. What have I got? I've got a co-op card in my wallet, which is the one that I spoke to the guy on the phone about. I've got a whole load of old cards that I keep in here. I used to live in a place in Devon called Buckfastleigh, and yeah, there's my co-op card. That's the one that I've got out on the phone. So I tried to register it on the app on this phone, my S6, but it didn't work. I'll show you the app on this phone. Take a quick video, which I'll put online as well, so you can see what it is. Just a second. Sweet. Okay, so this is the phone that I use, and it's an S6. They're actually really good phones, but I mean obviously mine's fucked because it's been hacked. But let's get it focused. These are the co-op apps. I think it's running like Android 7 or 8. In fact, we can have a little look. So this is the co-op app. All I tried to do was, I used to have another email, brodymcleod888@gmail.com. There's an old YouTube channel called Brody McLeod, with a picture of me with like a white shirt on. That's got loads of phone hacking stuff on, but it got stolen at the beginning of 2019. I don't actually have access to it. Some of the good content's been deleted, but a lot of it's been left on there as a kind of like plausible deniability thing. But anyway, this is the one that I'm using. What I might do actually, just for a second, is just show you all of the details about my device. So the phone number, it doesn't seem to know. IMEI number, the IMS registration is not registered. You've got the IP address, MAC address, Bluetooth address, serial number of the phone, uptime, it's an official phone, software is running Android 7, there you go, and all that stuff. I'm not going to go through all of the other bits and pieces there, but anyway, just that was the app that I was using on co-op to try, and all I wanted to do was use my old email and have that updated to the new one. It didn't work on the app, so I phoned the guy up I phoned up their number. First of all, the call just waited on hold for ages, and it just went silent at the end of the call, and they were hoping that they'd get some audio samples. The call was just redirected to somebody else. Then what happened after that was that I phoned up and I spoke to this guy James, who just used sort of like really poor obfuscation, acting on his voice, and then they put classic sort of synthetic interference onto the phone line when he told me his name and when he said where he worked. And this is how I know. So the emails here on the screen show pretty much that that he was full of shit. And you can tell that because this was the 2nd of June when I phoned up. So you can see here, first final, the camera disappears every time. Can I not snap it to the corner? Do that in Windows 10? Will it stay there? I don't know. No, it won't. I don't want to have it look like I'm saying something I'm not saying. I could just snap it to the corner. Can I do that? I don't think you can. No. You can half screen it, can't you? Yeah. You might not be able to see it all. But so this looks just shit. Alright. I'm keen to keep this on the screen in the corner because they quite often try and make out like I just make up these audio recordings. They're not real phone calls. and it's easy to just dub over these and put this on the darknet somewhere with like an audio recording of someone saying this is all a load of trash with the same bit of info, but it's just going to look pants if I have it small like this. So I'm just going to minimise the camera, but it's probably quite nice so everyone doesn't have to look at these. So yeah, this is the this is the email thread. So the first one, 2nd of June at 5 o'clock. It's up to 4 I found him up. Then the next one was at 17:38 afterwards. And what it said, the one after, you can see this one says there isn't an online account linked to this email. So I was trying to update my email address from my old one to my new one, right? And then 17:38, I've got another one that says the request is to reset your password, but again, there isn't an account linked to this email. So the guy just said he'd added this email to the account. He did offer to send me a password reset link, in fairness to him, but I said I wanted to use the app because I thought that he was full of shit and I didn't want to click on anything that guy had sent me. These were automated by the app. Doesn't necessarily mean that it isn't real. It'd be very, very easy for these guys to impersonate the application. I've got a library of hacked emails from various different people, specifically kind of like police and banks, kind of things that they've done quite a lot. So certainly a supermarket is no way out of the scope of their provision. But I tried again, 17:39, reset your password. There's no account linked to this email. Again, I tried to reset using the application on my S6, and it said there's no email account. Now, it might have taken a while for his system to do it, but I don't think it did. I think actually, when I checked the next day, 3rd of June, my old man's birthday, as it happens, 9 o'clock in the morning, is still. So all I wanted to do was update my email address, gave him all my details, gave him my detail, all of my stuff, and he couldn't do that. These were the original calls that I uploaded to the shared folder online. So this was the first one at 2 minutes past. If I right click on that, you can go view details, and it shows that I uploaded it to Google Drive at that time. And then this was the next one. The AMR files, they're kind of like MP3s. I don't really know why it doesn't just use MP3s, but they are kind of useful. They have uses. But I mean, I normally would, when I put them on YouTube, I convert them and normalize them and put them into a higher sort of bitrate sampling and stuff, so that they sound a bit clearer. They'll play through a VLC media player or anything else that will get codecs. If you do want to download them from here, probably your computer or your phone will play them, but some of them don't. If not, get VLC, or just get, like most decent new media players will play an AMR file, but it's just an audio file. These were the files that I took from the Cube call recorder and stuck them into Google Drive on the day. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to show you the full original. So when you go show original, this is going to show the code that comes behind the original message. So I'm going to give my trackpad a little squeeze just to make it. There we go. If you're a geek, or you're Neo from the Matrix, a bit like me, well, I'm not, except for I can't use a computer, then you'll know what this means. But I don't have any idea what this means. It could be real, it could not be real. And in every likelihood, what these people will do is edit these. It's quite possible to have Gmail operating as a shell to clone Google accounts, to clone phones, to run false copies of Windows, all sorts of things people can do, cyber criminals. I'm not going to scroll through the whole thing, well maybe I should, because it's just going to be really, really boring and make it a massive long video, but I'll do it quick. What I'm going to do is download them anyway, so you can see that it's the same thing, but you probably can't be asked to listen to me for ages while you look at blank text on the screen. What you can do with these is you can download them. So I'm going to do that for each of these messages. People who work at the co-op, people who work in computing, IT support, turning stuff off and turning it on again for extortionate amounts of money, can identify that this guy, whatever he said, didn't reset the password and didn't want to tell me who he was, or where he was, or what he did for a living. So I'm going to show original again. Once in a second, I'm going to download that original and go back. Really boring and uninteresting if you don't know about these things. But like, if you know someone who knows their onions, they can have a look at it and say, well, this is either a genuine email from what the fuck is that? A genuine email from co-op, or maybe it's not. My inclination is that it probably is genuine email on this occasion, because I just clicked on the app and it just sent the email through, but then the phone call was impersonated. But I don't know. I'm not sure. But if you know anybody who knows what they're talking about, then leave a comment or contact the co-op. I'm certain that the guy on the phone did not, has not, and never will work for, well, maybe he will one day. But I'm pretty sure that guy didn't work for them at the time. Problem is, people who are doing this are quite well resourced, and they've done loads of really awful stuff, unfortunately. And even if I do go into like a bank or a government building or even a hospital, a post office, or anywhere, I get people who talk horse shit, and they will kind of try and stick up for these guys. There's a lot of different reasons for that. Sometimes people get paid, sometimes people have other influences put on them, sometimes they are involved with networks and nasty things that bad people do. But what I'm going to do, I'm going to put all of these original emails. So if you are geektastic and you want to go through them, you can do that, and you can tell me exactly what they are. They're in Outlook. There's a different way of saving them, but it doesn't matter. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to go to this folder and I'm going to add them on this video from my computer. Let's have a look. Okay, so these are the ones that I've just, let's give them a quick right click. You can see it's a bit pedantic, but you can't be too careful. Anyway, yeah, that's all of those. So I'm just going to get all of these and pop them into Google Drive. But yeah, people who actually aren't hacking phone calls or impersonating people or doing awful shit do actually, they kind of play along with these guys quite a lot. And it's pretty fucked up because they've done loads of really nasty stuff, but because they're so prolific, it's really difficult to get people to... People aren't in the business of fighting organised crime. Like, cybercrime is kind of like the forefront of organised crime. Like, gangsters, people who break the law, and everyone has a computer these days. Every business has a website. Everyone has a smartphone. and everyone has a laptop. And people who sell drugs use the internet to sell drugs. People who sell guns use the internet to sell arms. You know, people who kind of IT. I'm shit at it, and I've been the victim of a lot of fraud. But phone call hacking and cyber fraud and cybercrime is sort of like a very. I should probably be recording this. Is very sort of prevalent, and yeah, it's kind of lots of people. If you go to somebody in a hospital or a bank or like a GP surgery or supermarket and say, you know, or you go to a police station even and you say, I've just tried to dial 999, you know, because there's like something bad's happening, and I've just spoken to a cop, you know, PC plod on Let's Avenue, and he says, you know, I'll be speaking to you. And literally that's what they do. Like, they'll take the piss out of you and say, like, you could be about to be murdered or trying to get an ambulance, or like someone's going to die, or someone's being held hostage or abused or whatever, and you can phone 999 and people will just openly mock you. And there's hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of calls where they're doing this in this folder, right? And yeah, but when you do go and speak to them, you aren't speaking to like fucking Tom Cruise, James Bond, fucking Indiana Jones when you go and see the guy at the bank, or the guy at the supermarket, or the guy at the, you know, fraud desk at your local council. Like, you're speaking to somebody that earns 42k a year and drives them on day on finance, and, you know, has a wife he doesn't love, and a drink problem, and he's not about to go and try and fuck over somebody who earns fucking 800 billion quid a week, or whatever. But have a look. Co-op might deny it, they might not. They might have changed the email code, they might not. I don't. One of my kind of defences is that I don't know anything about IT. Well, I do, but not really. Not enough to have any comprehension of being able to do this sort of stuff myself. And the only defence, I guess, is people who say that I've just got people to act out these phone calls, like 1,000 of them. I've just got somebody to act out a phone call that's exactly the same as the call log on the phone. I'll take a video of that now, actually. That'd be it. This video, which is already too long. I'll put the PDFs in. I'll end the screen recording. So I'll put the PDFs and the other stuff into a video. What we'll do is I'll just quickly take a video of the call log. Maybe I should do the properties video. I don't know. I'll try. I'll do some of it. Wait a second. So there's going to be accompanying other videos to go with this. Right, okay. Get this other one. Quickly make a video. This is really boring for you and unprofessional, but I don't care. Right. Okay. So here is phone call log. Here's the co-op membership calls. They were phone calls that I made that were exactly this long. And the app that I use to record them is this one. It's called Cube ACR. It's pretty sweet. There is .json files, so like when you look at the file information, you can play it. And when you can go to show on map, and that shows that I was where I am now, which is at this hostel. But these are quite often being edited. I don't always upload these because it's quite easy for these people. I've had several occasions where, if I turn the data off on my phone, quite a lot of the time it's better to turn the data off, otherwise they can actually trim the calls down and you end up with bits missing. What do you do for the co-op? Just, I mean, I've just given you my name and my address and my email address and that sort of stuff. I just wanted to get a reference and then I'll give my details.
Okay, so I work on membership department, membership app, and custom queues.
Yeah, there's I'm just muting its details. Anyway, I'll try and be quick. So there's two of those, 1702 and 1716. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to go to the File Explorer. Oh no, that's another third-party file manager, because believe it or not, you can't email files using Samsung File Explorer on this copy of Android. Right, I fucked it up before. Nice and simple. 2021 06 02 and calls to the co-op. I have to fucking rotate it. Lovely. Okay, 1702, 1716. These are the files. I'm not going to play them out of VLC because I just haven't got time. You can come do that on my phone if you want, or you can, yeah, it's up to you. There you go. Maybe we'll play on that. There we go. Just.
Welcome to our co-op, where membership is at the heart of what we do. So we can assist you further, please listen to the following options. To join our membership, please press 1. If you'd like to replace your membership card, it's 2.
Sweet.
To add points from a recent food shop, press 3.
That's really interesting.
Let us know by selecting option 4. To learn about a new membership proposition.
This is the call, just me talking to myself. Anyway, thanks for watching this banal, annoying video. Maybe you can see what it looks like if you go into a time machine. Is that what it looks like? Can you do that? Oh, it doesn't. If you've ever done that thing where you get a webcam and you put it in front of a TV and it trails off. No, I can't do it. I've never been on anyway. Thanks.
Quite clever, really. It's worth.